Hello guys, welcome to your own channel I Live for Coding, and here I'm your friend Ronit Mukherjee. So if you have started with React recently and looking for how to pass data from child component to the parent component, for example, there is a form in a child component and we need to save or show the entered data in our parent component, then this is the 100% right video for you, because in today's video we will see how to pass data from the child component to the parent component, how to pass function as a props, how to handle the problem of this keyword on passing function in the props. So later in the video we will see that there is a problem which we face generally when we pass a function from a class based component to another function, means to another component. So when we use a particular this keyword in our function and we pass that function as a props, then there is a problem which we face, and how can we solve it, we will see later in this video. How to use useRef to get value from the input box, how to handle the form submit in function based component, and how to handle the form submit in a class based component. So before starting the video of today's topic, if you haven't subscribed this channel yet and want to get notified of all such useful videos, then quickly subscribe the channel, press the bell icon so that you do not miss any videos in future. So let's start. So before going to the code, let me show you into the browser how our application is currently working and what we need to create. So this is a general switch which I keep to show the code of class based and a function based component. If you have seen my previous videos, you would have seen all these things. So let me quickly go to the class based component and see something like this. So what's our purpose is that we want to enter a name here, submit the form and show it somewhere here, right? Somewhere here. And similarly we will do with our functional component, that enter the name, submit the form and have it here. So how we know that this is a parent and a child? So if you see here, this is the component view which is available in a plugin extension, okay, for the Chrome. So you can see here, so app is the parent and our function based component is the child. So this is the form which is in our child based component, okay, in our child component. And if we see here, this is the class based component, and again we have a form within it. So now let's see in our code. So here you can see that we have this particular app, okay, so this is app, and here I have these two components. And generally if you have seen my previous video, so there you would have seen that we have these two buttons, and on click we set this current loaded component. So using the state we maintain this current loaded component, and whenever we click on a particular button we set the exact loaded component, and according to that, using the conditional rendering, I render class based and a function based. Now we see the actual function, right? So starting with the class based component, what I have done is that to get the values from the form and handle the form submit, what we need to do is that create a general form, whatever you create in a normal HTML, create in the same way, then use on submit event handler. So what we need to use is the on submit event handler. This is already provided by the React, okay, and then we will attach a function which we want to be called whenever there is an on submit event on our this particular element. So this form element will trigger a on submit event whenever we press this button, because its type is submit. Am I clear till now? Okay. So when this form is submitted, a on submit event will be triggered, and then this particular function will be triggered. Okay. So let's see what's inside this form. But I hope I am clear that how you can handle a form submit. Okay. Now I have mentioned this function here, So this is the function. And what is this E? Actually, when this onSubmit function is called, so it passes an event to our function. So this is our function, and onSubmit, when calls this particular function, passes the E, which is the event. The event contains all the basic details about that particular event. So what we need to do for now is that e.prevent default. Why this? Because when we click submit, the general behavior of the HTML is that on clicking the submit, the page reloads because it particularly takes to that particular action of the form, and we see a reload in our page. Okay, so to stop that particular reload of the page, we have mentioned this e.prevent default. It means we want the default behavior to be prevented. We do not want that default behavior to occur. That's why we mention e.prevent default. Okay. Now, as I mentioned that I will be telling you how to get the data from the input using ref. So this is the way. So suppose this is the input, okay, and we want the value of this particular input. So how we can do that? So we can attach, this is a way, not the only way, this is one of the way you can get data. What you can do is that create this ref, a special ref attribute to our element from which we want to fetch the information. This is the ref, and then we will attach our ref variable. So what is this? So if we see here, then we are using react.createRef method to create a ref variable. So this is the ref variable which contains an object called ref, and if you want to know more about the ref, then you can see my other videos. Okay, so here name input ref is the ref variable which contains the reference to this particular DOM element. So this is very important, that ref which we are attaching is now referring to the DOM element. So it now means that we have the access to the DOM, and the same way in which we fetch data from our JavaScript, right? If we fetch the data in our JavaScript code, similarly we can fetch data here. So as we all know, to get the data in our JavaScript from our input, we use directly the value. So DOM element dot value gives us the value of that particular input tag. Am I clear? So like this, if we mention, because we know this name input ref dot current. So from where this current comes? So this is the variable or the key which is already present within the object which is created by the create ref. So when we create this particular create ref, this particular variable looks something like this. Okay, this looks something like this. So this is the default way, and React internally sets the value of this DOM, reference to this DOM, into the current property of our this object. Okay. So now that's why I know that if I want to get that particular reference to DOM, I need to access dot current. And once I have the reference to the DOM, I can use dot value to get the value of that particular input. So here I have the entered name. Now I have got the entered name here. So if entered name is present, then what I need to do is that this dot props dot on name added. So this is something new. So from where this particular on name added, right? So let's see, this is the only way how we can pass a function from the parent component to the child component, right? So there is no direct way that we can pass the data to the parent, right? We need some container. So here that container is the function. So we need a particular referenced function, means a function which is created here in the parent needs to be passed to the child component, means here, and then whenever we want to pass that data on any event or any situation, when we want to pass that information or data which is available in our child component, right? Because this is our child component's data which we want to pass to the app, to our parent. So we need to call a function which is created in our parent here, from the child component here, right? So we are calling this particular function from here, but this function will be defined here and passed through the function. So this is our component, and we will be passing that particular function which will be created here to this component using the props. Okay, so what I will do is that I am adding on name added. So this is the property which we saw here, right? You can see here. So on name added, this is the property name which we are expecting to receive a function into which we will pass this variable, right? So this is our child components data, and we will pass or give that particular value to this function. Because we can't directly give it to the parent, we need to pass it to a function, right? So here we will get that particular function. We will need to pass that a function. How to create a function here? Okay, so what I have done is I already created a function here. Okay, so you can see handle add name, and then inside this I am setting this dot set state username. So I have a state. As I mentioned, we can use it directly to show some value or save something. So here I am using to save and show the value, so hence I am saving it in the state. So username colon, it's blank, right? And where I have used this, you can see here. So as I mentioned that on after that particular main heading, we should see our heading, right? Something, our name, whatever is entered. So what I have done is that if the username is there, then show that particular hello and then the username, right? We should see this. Now, if you see that this is the function name which we have used to set the state, and this is the name, right? So from where this name will come? So exactly, right? So this is a function which we will pass here, right? This dot function name. So we are passing this function in what? In our props. So we are passing a function in props to the child component. Now this on name added. Okay, so now this props value, because we know whatever we pass to the argument is in the props. So now on name added, which is in the props, is a function. Why? Because it's referring to this thing, and this is a function, we know, right? And what it does, it accepts a name, right? So whatever we pass to this function here will be received here, and once we receive it here, and now what we have done, right? We have already received our value from the child component in our parent component. So this is the flow. This is the child component. We pass, this is the child data. We pass this to the function. Once it's passed, it calls this function, and we receive this here, and finally we have the value. So now it's up to you or your business logic what you want to do with this value, but here I'm using to set this value in our state and show it finally to the user, right? Let me quickly save it and save this too. Okay, so it's saved. And but before moving to the browser, what I need to show you is that how we do the same thing in our function based. So suppose this is the our parent component still, and our child component, this one, needs to pass some data to our parent. So the logic is exactly same, no changes, but how we have done it here, it's a bit small difference using the ref, right? So if you see, this is a function based component, it's a function based component, right? No classes, and the logic remains same. On submit, I want to call a function, right? And this is the button, and ref is here, right? So there is a small difference that we are not using this because this is not a class based, and how this function is created here. The same logic. So we will receive a E, we need to prevent default because we do not want the page to load, and then this is the entered name, and we will receive it in the same way as we did in the class base. So all this thing remains the same, only the access to variable like this input ref is not accessed using this because this is function based, and this is the name input ref which is created using useRef hook. Okay, so we are using useRef hook to create a ref, and then particular ref variable is attached to the ref property here. So logic remains same as I mentioned you in the class space, and now it also accepts this on name added and it will pass. Right? Am I clear till now? You can quickly mention it in the comment that if I am clear to you. Okay, so I'm just trying to pass the same thing again here also. Okay, so now let me quickly go to our browser and see what happens there. Right, so let me load. So now we have this app, and inside this we have this class base. So this is the child. Now let me add this submit. Woo. So what's the problem? It's saying it cannot read the property name input ref of undefined. Now what's the problem? As I mentioned that there is a problem with this. So now this particular problem resides within our class based component. Now let us quickly go there, and then we will see the same logic being implemented when we pass from our parent to child a function, right? So come to the code and go to the class based. Okay, so what we see here, so this is the function. Now let us understand what's the problem. Within this function, it's saying that this name input ref means name input ref of undefined, means this particular this is not defined. Fine, because this particular function is not called by this particular class or within this class or by the context of this class. What I mean that this function is not called in a context of this particular class, right? So if this is not called in this context where this variable is created, name input ref, so this is created within this class, right? So if this particular function is called in context, in reference to this particular class, then only we can get access to this variable. Clear? But if this function gets called to reference of something else where this name input ref is not created, then we can't access that, right? Because if it's being called in reference to something else which doesn't have the name input ref, then surely when this function is called, it will not find this input ref. Because why? Because this is a dynamic thing, right? It's not binded when we create, it's binded when we call, right? So when we call this particular function, so in reference to what we are calling, that is set as the this. So this keyword's value is set dynamically on the basis of on what context we are calling this particular function. So now when this is passed here, this dot handle form submit, so we are just passing a reference to our this particular function to on submit, but who calls our function? So it's called by the React when this particular on submit event occurs. So it's not called in context of this class. So that's the reason we are not getting this here, because this is not this reference, but this is something else which is called within the React's environment or React's context or events context. Am I clear? So what's the problem of this? Because this is dynamic and this refers to the current context on which the function is called. So now how to set a particular and fixed context to this function? So we all know about the bind, call and apply, right? So we will be using bind here. So I'm just overwriting this function and updating it with this dot handle submit, means this function dot bind this, means I have now binded this function statically with the current context. Now whosoever from wherever calls this function, it will be called in context of this, which is the particular context, because we binded it with the current context. So which is this class space, and now the name input ref, which is in this current context, is already available. So now whenever this function is called, we should not get this problem. Okay, am I clear? Okay, so now let me go back to the code again, browser again, and see whether our problem is resolved or not. Okay, so our load class based component, name something here and enter. Okay, so we got the error, and now this dot set state is not a function. I hope now you can guess what's the problem, right? So let's quickly jump into the code and see exactly what's the problem. And I know you have guessed it correct this time. Yes, this is the problem of this again, but this time it's from here. We have passed this handle add name to on name add it, okay, and now this particular handle add name, this function handle add name, is called in context of this particular class, right? It's called in context of this particular class. You can see it's called in context of this particular class, right? But we do not have any set state here, so that's the problem. So what we need to do is that before passing this function to our child component, we will bind its context statically to our this parent context, because within this we will have this particular username and state. Am I clear? So how to do that? So same we will do overriding again here. So we have handle add name function. Now I override it with this dot handle add name dot bind this. Now our this handle add name, which is the new overrided function, is binded with the current context, and now whosoever calls this from wherever, its context is binded with the current context, which is app, and within the app we have state, we have username. Okay, let's see in our browser now. Okay, so let's add a name here. Okay, great. So now we have our fully working code. So now what we are doing, that we are adding a data here in the child component, but we are showing it here in our parent component. So this is the part of the parent component, but we are adding data here in the form and passing it to our parent component, right? Let's add more names. So it's working fine. Now let us see it's working in our functional component or not. So here I am in functional component. Let me add a name. Great. So it's working perfectly fine. So I hope I have answered all your queries here. So if still you have some doubt on this topic, you can comment on this video. I will surely try to help you out with this topic. And if you have liked this video, then quickly press the like button. If you haven't subscribed this channel yet, then quickly subscribe the channel, press the bell icon so that you do not miss any future videos. So let's meet in our next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.